All right, episode 31 of this show. Microphone check 1 2. What is this? The Erick and Brad show back in business. Who wants to do some podding? Who wants to do some podding? Episode 31, Erick and Brad show at gmail.com. If you want to email us, electronic mail, that's what email stands for.
And is that what that
stands for? Yeah, I believe so. And say, hey, how's it going? Hey, you guys suck. Hey, you guys rock. What's up? Episode 31 of the show. We've done this show 31 times. We do it once a week. We meet here on the internet and just go over everything that needs to be gone over.
That needs to be gone over. Exactly. How's how's Bradders today?
Good. Anxious, tired, cold, ready to go.
What's give us the Nordak fucking scoop. What's going on up there? How's the temps treating you?
It was about today. It was cold because it was about 35, but it was wind gusts up to 55 miles an hour. So it was like chilly. It was fucking chilly.
Oh, that is chilly.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's chilly.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to sell your house. Sorry to fucking break it to you.
And move to North Dakota?
No, we need to move somewhere else. Not here or there.
I'm down, bud. I'm fucking down. Let's do this.
Right.
Let's get the fuck out of
here. Well,
list
it.
Hell yeah. Where are we going?
I don't know. Texas?
Texas? I've been saying Texas for a long time. I'm down to go to Texas.
Well,
I was wanting to go to Texas before it was cool to go to Texas.
Yeah. I didn't want to go up until like a couple weeks ago because it wasn't cool, but now I feel like it's cool.
No, it's cool. I'm the hipster moving to Texas. I was fucking doing that shit before it was cool.
Right.
Been talking about this shit for years.
Well,
is that what we're doing?
Sawyer wants to go too, but he said he wants to go somewhere warm that doesn't have any big spiders, and I can't think of anywhere that's warm that doesn't have big spiders.
Does Texas have big spiders?
I don't know. I feel like everywhere that's warm has big spiders.
I think everywhere just has spiders. Do you guys not have spiders up in Nordak? Do they just die out? They can't handle the cold or what?
There's spiders. There's just, they're not that big.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I was fixing something the other day in my shop. Scared the shit out of me. I was doing the southern draw. I was fixing something in the garage. Uh-huh. It was a salamander heater. And I flipped it upside down. My salamander stopped working. And so I fucking am taking it apart. Something's wrong with it. And I'm in there messing with shit. And then it shifts downwards. And I can see a part of it that's dude, an inch away from my hand. There's just this nasty looking black spider. And I can't identify spiders, but he looked poisonous. I don't know. He just had the look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was definitely alive. And then I and it dropped and hit the floor and he goes taking off across it. And he was juicy. It came out. You
stepped on him?
Oh, of course.
What's a salamander heater?
You ever seen those construction heaters that are you either they're hooked up to a diesel tank or you screw them into a big propane tank and then it's like a jet, it's like a tube with and then a fan and it spits the gas in and then so it creates this vortex of fire and then it just shoots out the other side, but the flame doesn't make it out and it heats it building up super fast. That's how I heat my garage up when I'm trying to do it in a minute. And then it'll heat a garage up. Huh? No, I've had one I've had one forever. They're fucking nice, dude. Once you go salamander, you never go back. It's it's the only way to heat some shit.
I've always heard that saying. I never knew exactly what they were talking about.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Yeah, once you go salamander, you never go back.
Got it. Got it. Well, sorry everybody for last week. I don't know if I need to apologize. I'm just saying I was coming off pretty intense because my fucking brain was filled with news,
I was trying to tell you, I'm you're coming in hot, and you're I don't feel like I'm coming in the hot. I'm well, you're not screaming at me, but you are fucking on a news bender right now.
Because the news makes it be like the world might end, and you need to stay tuned to see if it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and you're
after these commercial breaks, we'll be back.
Yeah, so you're
end of the world.
dear Jesus, nobody turn that off. Please leave that fucking news on. Don't turn it off. So that's just what I was all locked in about. And
That's
also,
good.
yeah, well, I've quit. I've cold turkeyed that
Good.
shit.
Good.
But we'll get into that. But and then also I just want to say, if people see that we had some video issues the last 2 episodes, just know that we know. I want you to know that we know, but we don't know. We don't know why. So we know, but we don't know. So
we know, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's, and I could spend more time fixing those issues, but it seems like when I'm in the so a little behind the scenes. I'm sure you guys, for our listeners, kind of already know this, but I'm the editor, and fucking so I take it into Adobe Premiere, and everything looks perfect. And I do speed. I've got it down to a quick. I try to speed through it as much, but I don't sit and watch the whole video as I'm editing. I just do the beginning, do the end, but I'll I don't know, everything looks great, and then I'll hit render, and and it takes 3 hours to fucking encode it and shit like that, and then it comes out the other end all fucked up. Yeah. And the audio is all off. But if you're listening, everything audio wise has been just fine. But it's what's weird is it's just Brad's that keeps getting fucked up, and I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why mine stays good and his I don't know.
Yeah.
We're accepting applications to take over the editing process of this. I'm down with that.
Yeah. It's a equal opportunity employer, but we don't offer competitive rates.
No, there's no retirement, no fringe. You ain't getting a 401k with us. Healthcare.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You asked Biden for that shit. We ain't doing that.
Yeah. Get the
dental,
Obamacare.
Ain't happening.
No.
But I will pay you all of the $5 to edit it down. I'll Venmo it to you. A week? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of been annoying. Who knows? Maybe it'll go away like other shit has. It's not as annoying as the times when the fucking Zoom camera wouldn't shift off me for an hour and a half. That was making my fucking blood boil when that was happening. So I'm glad it's not that. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst thing on the planet. It is weird, but
it's
at least
weird.
you're seeing it. I just don't know. I don't know.
I just wanted to say that we're aware of it.
Well, we are aware.
So, let's see. So, I stopped the news and the political radio cold turkey. Thank God. After last week's episode, as soon as we were done, I jumped back into the news for 10 minutes, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm
done. Put that shit away.
So I stopped the political talk radio at work too. Now I was listening to 80s music all week and back into my radio show from 10 years ago. So I'm back on
That's
track.
Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, so it felt normal. And then so I watched a couple things. I'll just throw out there that I rewatched Lord of the Rings in its entirety.
I wish I was just about to ask you, and I was like, no, he didn't watch it. But holy shit, he did.
I did watch it. Yeah,
with the Hobbits or just the 3?
Just the 3.
Are you gonna do the Hobbits now?
Nope. I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it for myself.
Why? What do you mean?
It's perfect. It's perfect. Just the 3 is just perfect. There's a bow on the end, and it's perfect. I don't need to go back to the Hobbits and leave a bad taste in my mouth. It's perfect. And I have the extended version, so that the third movie was over 4 hours long. So I need it to be good. I just did that. I just needed a nice. It's like comfort food after the shit that I had to eat for a week.
Yeah, well, that's what we were saying.
Yeah,
fucking get off that shit. Watch some Lord of the Rings. You took my advice. Yeah. I enjoy it. It's awesome.
I loved it.
What else did you get into?
So then I watched a show called The Queen's Gambit, which is the number one.
I keep bypassing it on Netflix. Yeah,
it's the number one show on Netflix right now. So fucking good. Oh my God, I loved it. It made me want to play chess.
Is it a movie or a TV show?
It's just a single season show. Just a one-off, 7 episodes, hour long each. I watched 6 episodes in one day and watched the next episode the next morning. I fucking just powered through pretty much, and it was great. Made me want to play chess, and made me wish I was better at chess as well, because I'm pretty shitty at it. But, I can kind of hang for a little while But then I can't finish. I'm a bad finisher when it comes to chess.
I lost $100 like 4 months ago in a chess game.
Nice.
Yeah, I was it was horrible is I was wasted drunk. And fucking we got to talking shit and I was like, I'll beat the shit out of you at chess. I was like, blah, blah, and this kid's like, yeah, no, you won't. And I think he just had like 4 beers and I was like a 12-pack in and was fucking wasted. And he wiped the fucking table with me. I was fucking pissed. Super pissed.
He probably liked the show.
I tried to bet him $1,000 right after that. And he wouldn't accept it. And I'm glad he didn't accept it, but because that would have been shitty, and I would have gotten my ass kicked.
It was a great fucking show. I was locked in. So I recommend it. But
I'll watch it.
Then I watched the movie Knock Knock. Okay, I don't know. So here's the thing.
I watched that too this weekend. I watched that too.
So
I quit
our
about
listener
3/4 of the way through, but
you quit.
I turned it off. I was like, this movie sucks.
Yeah, our listener Chris was telling me about it. He's like, this movie's crazy. You should watch it. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. So it's this movie with the great Keanu Reeves in it, directed by the great Eli Roth. He's in one of our favorite movies, but he's like a horror film director. It's fucking crazy. All right, it's a fucking crazy ass movie. It's Keanu Reeves. It's like I'm not going to spoil it too much, but I'll just say he's like a family man who's home alone. And they actually filmed this movie in Chile, which you wouldn't know by watching it. But he's like a family man with kids and a wife. He's home alone. And these 2 hot and half-naked teens knock on his door in the pouring rain and then force their way onto him and make him bang them. And then spend the rest of the movie terrorizing him in like a horror film freaky way.
Yeah, you just gave away the entirety of the movie, so there you
go. Fucking nuts. Well,
it's not nuts. I don't. Do you give it a thumbs up? I give it 2 thumbs strongly down. I thought that movie
of course
sucked.
You do. I knew you weren't going to like it because you'd be like, there's so much tension. When's the payoff? Oh, this would never happen.
No, it was just little things bugged me really bad about it. All I could pay attention to after 1/4 of the way through the movie was I was like, they're playing to a certain crowd here, and I pick up. I can hear conversations about when they're writing this movie about what they need to put in the movie. And like they're playing to a specific group of people. They're playing to 30-year-old men. Like you can tell by all the things they added into the movie. First off, Keanu Reeves, who's like a god amongst like, our generation of the 30-year-old men, and especially like there's all the videos going around about him being like a tack shooter and shit. Everyone fucking loves Keanu Reeves. Or for the most part, a lot of people really like Keanu Reeves. Second, they make him out to be a fucking DJ who's like mixing all this shit in there. It's like, okay, of course, of course he's a fucking DJ. And then his wife's a fucking
I love the way
artist.
vinyl sounds. I just love the way vinyl sounds.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, this is so dumb. And like when they're introducing each other, he's like, got my cans on, yo, and like gets all DJ. It was like, oh my god, of fucking course. They're playing so hard to my age group, the kids that go downtown and go raping and shit like that. And then just these 2 hot girls, then just playing to more 30-year-old fantasy. Honestly, that's the ultimate fantasy for any guy. It's raining outside. 2
Not me.
Super hot girls show up you're a freak of nature. 2 super hot girls show up at your door and they're like, oh, and then they get naked and it's like fucking Jesus Christ, of course. My girlfriend's sitting there in bed and she's trying to sleep and she just keeps looking over at me like, you like this movie, don't you? And I'm like, no, I honestly don't like this movie. It sucks balls.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Well,
sorry, Chris. Sorry, everyone.
No, it's good because it's bad. I loved it because it was so crazy and fucking weird. And I'm like, I never thought a movie would make me scared that 2 hot teens are going to show up to my house and make me bang them. Because now I was like looking out my window and I'm like, please God, don't let there be 2 hot girls out there that want to force their way into my house. If that shows up on my doorstep, I am like kicking those girls the fuck out of my house. Fuck that. That is terrifying. And one of the girls,
dumb.
I know, I love it. It's you should have watched to the end. Um, one of the girls, Anna de Armas. I don't know how to say her name. I just know who she is, and in my opinion, she's like the hottest actress in the world
Is
right
she the
now. I
blonde or
think
the brunette?
the blonde.
Yeah,
She
she's
is.
pretty gorgeous.
She was in the movie. Not. She starred in the movie Knives Out. I'm not sure too much of what else she was in. She was in the movie War Dogs, but she's going to be the new Bond girl in the next Bond movie. I don't know. She's like she ain't going away. There's something going on there. I don't know what exactly is going on, but there's
She is
something going on.
incredibly hot, and you get to see her boobs
Yeah.
in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
I mean,
Don't make me out to be a freak for liking the titties. You're like, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm a fucking child. Like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Objectifying
Okay.
women. I was talking
Okay.
about her acting performance, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm just saying that's a crazy ass movie. I've never seen a movie like that before.
2 thumbs down. Strong. Strong.
Yeah,
2 thumbs down.
I'm saying that I liked it because how bad it was. Thumbs up. That it was bad.
What else you got? You watch anything else?
No, that was it.
So I'd watched this morning, which, dude, I don't know what's going on, what world I woke up to this morning, but I put on Django, and I was like,
Okay.
it's a good Django day. It's a good Django day. I want to watch some Django, and fucking, it's on Netflix right now. You know, they've been pushing it on Netflix. A bunch of Tarantino movies are on Netflix right now, and so I'm watching it, and then it gets to the end, and dude, I swear I've seen that movie. I think 3 or 4, 5, 6 times. I don't know, a few times. And, you know, the end, he fucking, you know, he makes him, he's like, shake my hand. You know, the fucking bet is not good. And fucking, and everyone's, you know, he's pissed off that he just got bested by Leonardo DiCaprio. And then he just fucking shoots him. You know what I mean? He's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Fucking, and then everyone fucking, bah, 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 bam, and everyone fucking dies. You know, everyone's just shooting each other, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the end of the movie? Because today, I'm
No.
like, what is happening right now? Because it goes on for another 20 fucking minutes. And I'm like, what? And I like, yeah, dude, I think there's...
Quentin Tarantino's at the end of the movie.
I have never seen that part. I swear to God, that
crazy.
wasn't in the original Django. That's an extended version shit. Because, yeah, I was like, what? I don't remember him going back. I don't remember any of that stuff. So if you haven't seen what I just explained, that there's more to that. If that sounds like, if you're agreeing with me that wasn't in the movie you watch, go back and watch it. It's an interesting ending. It's not like crazy badass, but it definitely like wraps everything up in the movie. Whereas I swear to God they didn't do that originally. They leave it kind of open.
I can't remember.
I swear to God, right after the whole shootout, everything like that, it's done.
He just walks off.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, they just surround him, and then it's done. You know what I mean? He kills like everybody, and then at the end, that he just gets overwhelmed with fucking people in there. All the guns are up on the balcony, fucking pointing down at him. Pretty sure that's how the movie fucking ends, and it's just like, okay, everyone dies.
It's a long movie.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's an.
So there's
one.
that.
It's not bad. Yeah.
So I had to do the worst thing ever this week, and it's driving me nuts, and I'm still not done with it. I had to get my fucking boating license this week, and god damn it, it is a miserable experience.
For what?
So in Idaho, you don't need a boating license, right? You don't have to like go to a course, right?
I don't think so.
Is that just an Oregon thing? Yeah, I feel like this is just an Oregon thing. Like you have to get a license in Oregon. So I kind of wanted to talk about this anyway. It's not like...
Did you buy a boat?
No. So some people might think this is a horde. I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. So I'm working at a dam right now up on the Portland water, the Watershed for Portland. It's where all the drinking water for Portland comes in. It's like this 40 square mile plot of land on the side of Mount Hood that is completely shut off to the public. You can't get in. I think you can get arrested for like going in there without, you have to go through gates and shit like that to get in. Supposedly someone broke in there years ago and fucking hiked in, because you can like hike in. There's obviously not a fence like all the way around this. It's super wooded area. And some guy, I guess, like walked in a while ago and fucking took a YouTube video of himself like pissing in the fucking reservoir, and fucking
Fucker.
they had to drain everything down, and they gave him a felony and shit like that. Fucking
Oh my
blah, blah,
God.
blah. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm at this dam, and the dam was built in 1920. It's this OG dam. It's super old. But anyways, what's going on is we're working on one side of the dam, and I mean, this isn't like a dam. This dam's its sole purpose is just to stop water. It's not. I mean, they did like 20 years ago. They built they put in turbines so that it could fucking start producing electricity. But like, that's not that it's a tiny. It's a big dam, but all the features there's none. It's just a giant fucking wall with 2 spill gates on it. So, anyways, we're on one side replacing these fucking needle valves, and there's no road access, nothing. You can't get to where they're at. You have to walk through the dam to get over there. You can walk down the stairs on the other side to get down to this where we're doing this shit. But they didn't make this dam. They didn't they didn't make it with the idea of, there's traffic or anything there. It's just a fucking dam out in the middle of goddamn nowhere. And so anyways, the only real way that we can do all this work, we have to like tear down this big concrete wall and take these, they're like 6, 7, 8 feet wide fucking pipes or valves out. And well, the only way we can do it is fucking set a barge in the water and fucking barge over to it and fucking crane it onto it and then barge it across the river and then crane it off of the barge and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I had to get my fucking boating license. It's fucking pretty cool. But I'm getting pretty nervous about this job because they say in 2 weeks. So on the other side of the dam where the turbines kick on, it'll happen twice a day. You see it. And the fucking, that you'll hear the water start coming through these huge fucking pipes. And then it goes into this room and then it like starts churning the water where like the exit is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure if you ever looked at a dam, you know what I'm talking about, where the water's all churning and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, now they're saying they're like in a week or 2 weeks, that's going to be constant because of the rainfall. So that it's always going to be on. And I have to fucking take this goddamn barge and then drive right into the dead center of where all that fucking shit is. And it makes me, I'm fucking nervous. I'm nervous. I'm a nervous Nelly. Like I'm not like a super experienced boater, but I don't even think it's like, what do you even do? You know what I mean? That shit's just going to start, your boat's just going to start doing all kinds of crazy shit because you're fucking, everything underneath you is just fucking, rah, 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 rah.
You think it's going to suck you in?
Well, no. And then, so also I was talking to one of the dam guys, and when the fucking turbine kicks on, they fucking, they turn on these compressors and they fucking pump oxygen into the water because I guess it reduces friction on the turbine.
Okay.
And so like it'll make the turbine last longer. And, well, so then you get all this oxygen in the water. And I don't know if you know this, about oxygen and water, but there's a few things that happen there is everything becomes a lot less buoyant because there's a bunch of fucking oxygen in the water. And then so like one thing is like if you fall in, it's really hard to swim in oxygenated water. Like one, you pretty much will just, there's enough oxygen, you can't swim. Like you'll just drop straight to the fucking bottom. But that's not what scares me. I mean, I have a life jacket on. I'm sure it's going to be buoyant enough to keep me above fucking water if you fell in.
Yeah.
But the thing that scares me is, so he was saying it's trippy because the guy at the dam, he said he's done it before, is he said boats will fucking like sink. Like not sink, but they'll fucking drop. Like you'll be like a normal deal and then it'll just blah, 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 because now the boat's not as buoyant. So everything will fucking drop in the fucking water. And he said it makes you feel like you're fucking the boat's capsizing when you're like in it. And yeah, I'm nervous. I'm a nervous Nelly. And then, so aside, that's the job. But so I had to get my boating license, like, because they want me to. There's only a few of us, so they want me on the boat to go do this. It's fucking horrible. I've been doing it for 6 hours now consecutively, doing this fucking online course, and I just want to shoot myself. It's just the most boring bullshit ever. Just like, oh, this is what life jacket's for. Oh, don't stick your foot in the propeller. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought I'd bitch a little bit about boating licenses in Oregon.
How long does this take to get?
So I have to do 9 chapters, and it's about an hour, 45 minutes per chapter. You have to watch all these videos, and you can't skip ahead. Like you have to. It times you and everything like that. Fucking. Yeah, I'm on my last chapter right now. But I just can't do it. I'm not a good computer guy. It's funny
Yeah.
that I can do this. I can play video games, but dude, if I sit in front of a computer for too long, I just
Yep. Me too. Me too.
I just want to shoot myself.
Yeah, me too. It's, ugh. I can't imagine. It's so nice working outside. And this is coming from me. Like,
Yeah,
it's so nice. It to just be stuck at a computer all day would be fucking torture. But
I don't know how people do it. I don't get how
I don't
people
either.
can do that.
Yeah, I could get into it. It's fucked. But that sounds terrifying. That sounds like
It's cool
a
though.
night.
I am terrified, but I'm also
Yeah.
like this happens a lot with my job. Like not to like brag or anything like that, but it's like I get to do a lot of fucking cool shit like this. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's pretty badass. Like it's pretty cool. Fucking it's gonna be a pretty cool gig. I'm a little nervous. I'm not
Yeah.
nervous of anything. Like it's not it's not rough waters. So that makes it's just that churning shit. I'm just nervous of like I guess I am nervous.
I'm picturing the movie The Perfect Storm. That's kind of just what I'm imagining.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not gonna be like that. But the one thing I am nervous about is there is some old fucking rebar things, like like 1.5 inch rebars, like sticking out in a few places. And we just put our fuck, I just said it like 10 times. The barge, we just put the barge in,
Yeah.
and we built the barge at our shop, and so it's a giant steel barge. It's not up on pontoons. It's just like, and it has like 3 holes, I guess, hulls, whatever you want to call it. But then they pressure tested it, and it's all blah blah. But it was 12,000 pounds. Our crane could barely fucking pick it to get it in, and we dropped it. I'm like, and anyways, there's this bar sticking out. So and it's fucking 3/8 steel, I think. But I don't know how much pressure it would take. I'm figuring a 12,000 pound boat gets fucking moving into a piece of rebar. I think it would puncture it. You know what I mean? Like I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, if you puncture it, what would happen? Like, what if you did sink it? Like, you would never get it out. Like, if it was 12, I started thinking last night, and I'd never thought about it before. If you punctured one hole, let's say it didn't even sink, but if you punctured it and it fills one of those holes up, a third of it with water, now that thing's gonna weigh way over 12,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 25,000 pounds. I don't know. It's gonna be a shitload, and then so you'd never get it out of the water again. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, don't they bring up shipwrecks and shit?
I'm just saying it would be
I don't know.
a major ordeal. We'd have to get we'd have to get a bigger crane down there. I mean, you can get a fucking, I mean, like the ones you see on the freeway, the like ones that are semi trucks. You know what I mean? Like those cranes. Like they'll do like, I've lifted an 80,000 pound girder with those. So fucking
Right.
I mean, you just have to pay to have which I'm assuming probably cost 10 grand,
Shitload.
20 grand to fucking get
More
one of
than
those
that.
things out. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not the one signing checks in the company. You know what I mean? I just show up and they send it to me.
This whole thing's gonna end up with you, someone floating on a door holding you, and you're just gonna be letting
Yeah.
go.
Jack!
Fucking.
Jack! No!
That's crazy. Well, keep me updated.
Will
'cause
do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Either that, you're gonna be out there trying to film a TikTok, and you're gonna run into fucking rebar. It's gonna be pouring rain. Oh God.
Hey, Twitter
could go
world.
south.
It's just, oh, shit! Fucking.
So, it's November 14th. So, of course, shitty fucking corporate America and those fat cats in Washington. I heard Christmas music in Walmart this week. It's beginning to look a lot like, and
like Christmas.
I'm like, are you fucking
Not
kidding
even
me?
Thanksgiving yet, but they do this every year. You shouldn't even be fucking surprised at this point. Fucking
I know.
every year, man.
I left the store with eggnog, so I don't know. Did it work? Maybe. But I'll be the first one in line to say that I hate Christmas music. And I always have hated Christmas music, kind of. Just because it's like the same songs every year. Like there's not a lot of new Christmas music and stuff like that. But
That's it. You got it. Okay. I just had this conversation with my girlfriend. She's like, do you like Christmas music? I'm like, no, I mean, not really. But There is like a lot of Christmas music that just goes unplayed. You just hear fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's like I'm no fucking aficionado with Christmas music, but I'm assuming there's a lot. Just put on classical music. Like, isn't that kind of like Christmassy? And I can listen to that shit. Like, I could have that playing in the background, like the Nutcracker type fucking shit going on. I'm down with that. But yeah, I don't want to hear fucking jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
I know.
I'll do it the day of Christmas. Day of Christmas. At least you got Spotify and shit. Like, I guess, yeah, if you're in Walmart, put in the headphones, bud. I'm surprised you don't do that. You seem like the kind of person that would go into a Walmart and fucking pop their headphones in and fucking go shopping like that.
Yeah, I used to. Now I don't.
It even sends a signal out to other people, like, don't talk to me. You know what I mean? Don't even talk to me.
Yeah, I wrote the book on headphones in grocery stores. That's the Brad system. However, I've abandoned that system. Now I'm just stuck. Usually they're playing some good music in there. I'm not gonna lie, but like the Christmas music on fucking November, second week of November. But there's like 3 Christmas songs I kind of like. Okay, so out of all of them, I like the Mariah Carey song, the fucking. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. That's not a bad song, okay? And then I kind of like the Wham song. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away.
You know a lot more about Christmas music than I do.
Just because that's kind of like a sad love song that's also like disguised as a Christmas song. So those are 2. Then the third one, I like the Elvis. I'll have a blue Christmas. Yeah, I like that song. You. Yeah, because it makes me feel like it's like the 1940s, and it's like all right,
doesn't
kids.
Nat King Cole have a bunch of good Christmas music?
Probably. It's like that Elvis song just makes me feel like it's like the late 40s, and it's like, all right, kids, you get like 15 minutes of radio before bedtime. It's like, I'll have a blue. It's like snowing outside. I can kind of get a vibe off that song.
Fire's on, fucking.
Yeah. And everyone's just around the radio and just listening to that Elvis song. But other than that, Christmas music, like, it's been played to death. And I like one Christmas movie, Bad Santa. I think that's probably my favorite Christmas movie.
I think that actually irritates me more than the music is the movies. Like
Bad Santa?
Shit, I just can't. No. Bad Santa's fine. I'm saying Christmas movies. Like, I just don't want anything to do with them. Unless, like, I mean, there's something like Home Alone isn't bad, I guess. You know what I mean? That one's not a bad one. But any, like, I don't know, the Tim Allen one, anything that's like, fucking straight up Christmas, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face. I don't want to watch that shit. I don't know. Tim Allen did one.
The what?
Where he's...
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're coming at me with. I don't know what we're confused about.
No, the video was just freezing on me.
Oh,
sorry. I missed you. Yeah, the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. That was okay.
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger, the one with Arnold. I don't want to watch any of that shit.
Fuck Jingle All the Way.
Yeah. Jingle All the Way. Nailed it. Nail it.
That's not. I guess that's not too bad either. But generally, no. Christmas movies, fuck off. Bad.
Well, now I got a kid, so this Christmas is. I've spent one Christmas in a bar. Like, I don't fucking do Christmas. Like, I haven't done Christmas since I was 18. You know what I mean? Like, it's been 10 years and no Christmases. And it's only bad, like, on the night of Christmas is like, fuck, no one's doing it. You know, I'm fucking, I'm alone. But the last few Christmases, I've had a buddy that's invited me, and it's a big Italian family, and they go, that's pretty fun. But this year is definitely going to be with the kid. And I guess I'm kind of excited about it. We're gonna definitely go all out. My girlfriend's already got Amazon packages showing up full of fucking decorations and shit like that.
Oh baby!
But I'm excited to get the tree. That's gonna be fun. You know, it's gonna be cool. And I've never really done that. You know, go to the tree farm and go cut a tree down. Like, that'll be a fun gig.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna do that this year.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into it. I don't know what we're gonna do with the little girl on Christmas Day. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Santa suit or something. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna try to go all out. I'm gonna try to be the fucking the super dad of Christmas.
Fuck yeah. See, I would do that, but I'm gonna be working. it's just gonna be. I'll
Oh
just
my
watch
God.
something.
I'm going to have to decorate the outside of that. I didn't do anything for Halloween. I'm going to have to be that guy. I'm going to have to fucking light this bitch up. Light this bitch up. Fucking have the brightest house in the neighborhood.
You better get on it.
I know. I better get on it now. I should have already been doing it. Fuck. It's a good thing my house is tiny. It'll be easy to do.
Right. Okay, so I've kind of been continuing this coin scheme thing of mine. And I don't think this is a very interesting thing for people. However, I've found it pretty interesting. So just to kind of bring it back, recap it, like a week ago or whatever, a buddy told me that they were releasing this coin on the U.S. Mint website at noon the next day. So the next day, and that it was selling for eBay for a higher price than what it was listed for. Tried to buy it at noon when the U.S. Mint was dropping this collectible coin. Couldn't get it because the site was crashing and people were all over it. It's like it's just like a land rush. And ended up getting the silver version of this gold coin. Got the silver version, paid $103 for it, listed it on eBay for $499.99, and sold it within like 20 minutes. So paid $103, sold it for $493. So made about $400 roughly.
Man, bud. Fucking
something
man.
like that. So then I heard I saw that they were doing it again the following Monday for this 24 karat gold end of World War II commemorative collectible limited edition bullshit coin. So then that Monday morning, there was the gold version and the silver version as well. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to get the gold again. It was selling for $13.55 on the U.S. Mint website, and it was already being listed on eBay for about $2,000. So I'm like, all right, boom, we're going to do it again. Noon comes. Couple minutes before, boom, I go in, I got my info ready in the site, my credit card info in, my shipping address in, all that stuff, go through, the site's crashing, refresh, boom, get the coin, get the confirmation email, I got it. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to make more money because it's being sold for like $2,000 and I just paid $13.55 for it. So I got this here, I fucking bought a $1,400 coin. Haven't opened this package yet because I realized you can charge a little bit more if you don't open this thing. So I'm not even going to open it to look at it. But apparently, UPS wants a signature for stuff that's expensive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't really know that. The other one was just left on my doorstep, the $100 coin. But I was back into my work week, so I'm not home till like 5. So they left a thing on my door saying, hey, we're going to try again tomorrow, and we're going to keep trying for 3 days. So I was like, oh my God. I'm not going to be here. So I'm calling up UPS. I'm saying, hey, can you just hold it at the shipping center for me? They're like, sure. So they do that. I got to go down there. And I'm just like, God, this is such a pain in the ass. Fucking UPS. Oh, this is such a pain. Like, I'm complaining that I'm going to make like, make money. I'm just like, it's kind of a stupid thing to complain about. Anyway, I went and got it. And now it's being listed for like $1,800 on eBay. And I told my buddy, I'm like, well, I'll just list it for $2,000 and see if someone buys it. And he's like, okay, but remember, between eBay fees and PayPal fees, it's 13%. So if you sell it for $2,000, you're actually only getting $1,740. And I'm like, oh my God, $1,740. So I'm like, I'm gonna make the same amount off that little silver coin as I am on this. But it's still fascinating to me. It's still interesting.
That's
it's
good,
still
man. That's I think it's cool. I tried, and I failed. Well, I set my girlfriend up because I was in the middle of a mountain range when they were doing this, and I have no reception and no computer, and obviously can't do that shit. But my girlfriend had no. She was on my computer, and I thought we'd have a one up because I don't know, speed. I got a nice computer, got good internet connection, but she
That's
failed.
What I thought.
She failed horribly. She said she tried and it was all fucked up and yeah, didn't get it. I think
it's
cool
not easy.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fucking
congratulations,
tough.
buddy. That's good.
Well, I'm gonna keep my fucking.
Does
I'm gonna
this
keep
happen
my eyes
like all the time, or is this just a rare thing?
See, I don't know. I looked at their product schedule on their website, and from what I saw, they were kind of done with coins for the rest of the year. But then I'm getting emails of saying, okay, on the 19th they're going to release another gold coin special thing, and I'm like, okay, so maybe I don't know. I'll have to just stay tuned. It's just a pain in the ass. That's why collectors would rather pay $2,000 on eBay than sit there and deal with the bullshit shit crashing. They just want the full.
Well, I'm assuming
the full set.
most people that actually do this are probably like 65, 70-year-old men that are
probably.
just in some weird collector shit.
Yeah. And I think they could afford like the $400 difference on a coin. What matters to them is having all the coins, and then the set is just ultra mega valuable. I think. I don't know. In my 2-week long experience of collecting coins, this is what I've came up with. But I don't know. I'm not collecting coins. I'm just flipping them. But I don't know. It's been an interesting little journey, and a lot of money flying around.
That's dope, man. That's a good little paycheck, man. It's a good little come up to be working on. I like it. I wish I would have gotten it. I was pretty excited. I was hoping. It's like, fuck yeah. I've never made a goddamn dollar. I've thought about it for fucking years. Like, what do I do to like side hustle some shit? And I can never come up with anything. Like, anything that like my skill set, can't fucking think of anything. It's like I'm good at making shit out of wood. And it's like, these fucking woodworkers don't make shit. You know what I mean? Like, what do I make out of wood or something like that? And it's like, I just never even tried. Like, I'm not going to go down to the Saturday markets and try to sell some tinket, little fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? You got to do something like what you're talking about. Something that, I don't know.
It's luck. It's like it's luck because it's impossible. It's like not like you could be like, I'm gonna quit my job and do this, because the goddamn site sucks and just crashes immediately. It's
the one luck. I saw this kid, and I didn't even know this was a fucking thing. And I'm probably gonna get the numbers wrong here, and obviously you got to get a piece of property first to do this. Like, so it's not like you could just be like, oh, I want to go do that. Fucking. But this kid had bought this piece of property, and, he had acreage, and he had some cool fucking big-ass trees downed on the fucking lot. And he went and fucking set up a fucking mill and fucking sawed out some fucking, like, slabs, like wood slabs. Dude, I did not realize that just a fucking wood slab cost this much money. He was selling them for, like, over $1,000 a piece. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he'd just go out there and fucking... big deal, and you get fucking 10, 15 of them out of a fucking down tree, and then fucking throw them in the back of his truck. So he's making like 10 grand off a tree. And I'm just like, Jesus. Fucking badass, bud. That's cool as shit. It's like, that's what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
Yeah, that was a weird little come up deal right there.
Right. Well, I'll keep flipping if I can.
Keep flipping.
We'll see.
I love it.
We'll see.
So I had a mini freak out a few days ago. I got on my TikTok and deleted about half my fucking videos because
Why?
I got real scared. I got scared for a minute. Like, I don't know. I fucking...
Did you delete the one with all the views?
No, because luckily that one it didn't fall into what I was fucking worried about. Fucking on one of the videos, it fucking... I open the TikTok and I have like a message in there, a new message. And I'm just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And someone had commented on the video. And, I'm 90% sure it's not what I think it is. But I was like, I can't take this fucking risk. And I was like, I got to delete all these. And fucking OSHA Health and Safety fucking commented on one of the fucking videos. And they're like, oh, that looks safe. And fucking the kid that I took the video of clearly has my company's logo like on his fucking shirt. And I'm like, dude, I was like, if fucking OSHA does like an audit of our company because I have fucking videos on fucking line, I was like, so I fucking freaked out. I'm just like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know. I just like, you know what I mean? I was like, if this came down the pipeline, my bosses are going to be fucking pissed. You know what I mean? And not only like, could they do an audit? I gave them proof that shit is like the kid's not wearing safety glasses. You know what I mean? Like, we're breaking OSHA rules in the fucking video. And like, I don't know. I don't know. I had to freak out. Scared me.
Well, yeah, I would have freaked out too. You shouldn't have done that in the first place.
I know.
These kids these days, they're just fucking, if you're doing lines, you close the blinds. That's been my rule for all my life. These kids,
you're doing lines, close the blinds.
These kids these days just want to put everything up there, smoking weed and beer bongs and OSHA violations.
Yeah.
Get them in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that works out. Maybe I won't be. Maybe I won't be driving a boat next week.
I would have done the same thing with the freak out part.
Yeah.
Lord knows. I've put shit up there that I shouldn't have.
See, but but then part of me is like, I don't think fucking OSHA has a fucking TikTok page. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I think someone just fucking made a page and said, and I don't know, is getting off that they're doing this to people. You know what I mean? I bet there's some kid that's just giggling to himself, like, I'm making this kid freak the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to create an OSHA health and safety fucking... But it looked legit, except, I mean, I'm saying that solely on the name and the picture they used for their fucking, like, profile picture. But their account had nothing on it. No videos, you know what I mean? Nothing. Like,
okay. It's probably fake.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But am I willing to bet my job on it? No, I'm not. Like, that's not going to happen. So that was a little mini freak out. And I guess I got to be more careful about, I don't know. You know what I mean? More careful about shit. I don't know. I know you are more so than I am, like, especially on here. Like, I'll say more on here than I think you will.
Yeah.
But I'm not really nervous of my bosses, like, here. I'm not a spokesperson. We're not, like, selling a product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're in our own little world. Like, if any of my bosses, I think, heard anything I said, as long as, like, to me, the safety one, that's a fucking totally different story. You know what I mean? Sure. Then they'd be pissed. They're like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Whereas if I'm just on here like, oh, I used to be a drug addict, they're going to be like, oh, you and every other construction worker. You know what I mean? Like, fucking who gives a shit? Like,
yeah.
I
don't know either. I actually, there's kind of a notorious thing with me where I was at work and I put just a selfie on Facebook while I was working, and I got written up for doing that.
Because you did it on company time, or because you're showing like the inside of a company that they don't want pictures taken?
I was wearing a company shirt, but you couldn't tell where I was,
Huh.
But I still got written up because my boss was on Facebook as well. And, that's what happens when you friend your boss on Facebook stuff, which a lot of people don't like to do. I'm fine with it now because I don't put any work shit up there really, but I learned my lesson doing that because I guess I got in trouble for doing it.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of the problem with construction is, and I'm assuming, I think it's probably the same thing with the oil field shit, is you get so used to, like, not having to worry about, like, PC shit or, like, watch your mouth, you know what I mean? Or, like,
yeah,
you get so, like, used to, like, not the office environment. Like, HR is kind of non-existent, you know what I mean? Like, fucking the shit the shit I hear and the shit I see day to day in the construction world, if that would, there's no way that would fly in a corporate setting. Like, not even close.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking, and then, so I think you just got years and years of that. Like, you feel like it doesn't even exist. And then, I don't know. And then OSHA comments on your video and you're like, oh, fuck. Fuck. Like, okay, I got to think about what I'm doing here.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely is a disconnect between office shit, and how it goes out there. Out in the trenches. Yeah. All right. Are you ready for something?
Yeah.
So I have a new segment.
Like my fucking girlfriend. Are you?
There's a new weekly segment of the show that I'm introducing that we will now do weekly. Okay.
I'm into it. Okay.
It's gonna be called Ask Amy. Ask Erick. It's going to be called Ask Erick. So, Amy Dickinson writes the syndicated advice column Ask Amy, which is carried in over 150 newspapers and read by an estimated 22 million readers daily. Started in 2003. So we're just gonna steal some advice letters that are written. What?
Oh, I like it. Okay, piggyback off that.
Yeah, we're just going to steal some advice letters that were written to her, and you're going to answer the people's questions for them. And don't worry.
I'm into it.
It's not going to be as easy as it sounds after I've read through some of these, but I can help you if needed. But
I'm into
it's just
this.
going to be...
I'm glad you did this because I've been trying to... This is what I would like to do is like, I wish we had a fan base big enough, to where people are writing in to where you could have like interaction. And I mean, people do. Our listeners, I'm not like, for the people that are interactive, I'm not shitting on you at all. But it's like if you had 10,000 people, listening on a regular basis, they could be, it would be a lot of shit to pick from. People would be going through relationship problems or their mom died or, whatever it is. Like fucking.
Yeah. Well, and maybe this will spark some ideas in people that can email erickandbradshaw@gmail.com and send in their own advice questions. But this will be the first Ask Erick.
We need to come up with a fucking. We need to do a jingle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To enter the segment. Like Ask Erick.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone will have to do that. Okay. So, dear Amy, Erick. Dear Erick. My 28-year-old daughter has been in a relationship for over a year with a lovely single father, Randall. Randall is everything I ever wanted for my kind, intelligent, beautiful daughter. He is thoughtful, polite, intelligent, has a good job, and most importantly, is a patient and remarkable parent. I am 59 and have rarely seen a father display such common sense and loving, patient parenting skills towards his young, kindergarten-aged child. I've never seen my daughter so happy or so well matched with a partner. One concern surfaces. Dun, dun. My daughter confided to me that Randall has never said, "I love you." She says it to him and his son, who tells her, "I love you too," but Randall doesn't say it back. He has told her that he would rather show her how he feels than say words with no meaning. She said he frequently tells his son he loves him, so it's not that he's adverse to the phrase. His relationship with his past partner ended very badly, hence his sole custody of their child, and I don't believe he is close to either of his parents, who also divorced when he was young. Randall treats our daughter beautifully and is extremely kind to us. My advice to her has been to be patient and not push him, but as the days and weeks roll by, I worry that I've advised her poorly. What do you think?
I don't know about that one. Fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always find it weird when people are weirded out, like when guys like won't say that. I don't know. I get the argument, like that. It's a heavy word to me. It's not fucking heavy. I don't know. It's never been heavy to me. Like I've been fucking saying I love you since fucking 8th grade. You know what I mean? Fucking. The word is so, in my book, the word is fucking use. It's like saying hello essentially, which is bad. I get that for like if your partner takes it more seriously than you do. I don't know. I don't know if it's coming from a big family or something like that. I don't know. I don't know why that word doesn't hold a lot of weight with me. Does it you?
Okay.
Do you say I love you, or does that scare you when a girl says that? Are you like, see, it literally doesn't even faze me. It's just like, okay, sweet. Like, love you too. I tell my friends I love them all the time. You know what I mean? Like
I do that.
Yeah, so what's the difference between that and a girlfriend? And those words aren't going to fucking change anything. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't change anything. It matters more. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I think with a child, it makes, with like the kid, it's more like, you should be saying that. They need, you know what I mean? They need to hear that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But with an adult, I take it or leave it. It wouldn't even, like, if I was, my advice to the girl would be like, who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? Like, why is this a big deal to you? Like, are you happy in the relationship? Does everything seem to be going fine? Or at least have the if it is a big deal, do you have the conversation with him? Be like, hey, I just find it weird that you don't say this. But and then are you scared of the conversation you're gonna have with them? Like, are you scared that they're gonna be like, yeah, I just don't know if I feel that way about you. You know what I mean? Like, and then is that gonna break your heart? And now are you gonna? Well, it just seems like you're a little bitch. That's kind of what it seems like. Like, fucking, you can't handle it.
Erick and Bradshaw at gmail.com.
What do you feel?
I feel like this mom is too nosy in her daughter's relationship.
That too. How do you feel about the topic of I love you?
Oh man, I don't know. Well,
Do most girlfriends have you said that to them, or does that not come up?
No, it's never came up.
You've never said it?
Uh-uh.
What? Holy shit. Yeah. I don't think I've ever not said I love you to a girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus. No. But don't people say that it's that could be for a different day. Don't people say that, like, when one person says it and the other person doesn't say it back, then that's when the problems occur?
I guess. Again, I don't.
It's weird.
I've never ran into it. I've never had a girl. And honestly, looking back, I can't tell you. Everything's a blur. I can't tell you who said it first. Probably me. I could see me being the one that always drops that fucking bombshell. Fucking. Right. But I don't know. If they didn't say it, yeah, then it would be weird. But if they sure. didn't say it, I know me. I'd instantly want to talk about it. So I'd be like, well, what? Is this a problem? And if they said, yeah, it's just weird to me, I'd be like, okay, that makes total sense. You're not, like, comfortable. And then I'd just stop saying it. I'd be like, okay, they're not comfortable dropping those words. Like, so.
Right.
Is this the fucking deal breaker? If that's a fucking deal breaker for you in a relationship, to me, you got fucking problems. Like, that 3 fucking words are going to be what you're basing your relationship on. Like, that's ridiculous. It should be all the weight should be held on fucking I don't know,
action.
Money, or you just, like, logical fucking things. Like, is this gonna work? You know what I mean? Financially, is this gonna work? Are we compatible? All those things. If, like, 3 words are what you're fucking on about. Like, Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
I think that's just a logic side. I feel like I'm very logic based. I try not to be emotional about shit. And that's just like a total emotional fucking conversation. And I don't, I check myself out of that. Like, in all forms. Like, one, the words hold no weight. If you're making a big deal about it, I instantly, like, you're fucking high. Like.
Okay. I mean, and the guy, Randall, says, like, he has told her that he would rather show her how he feels than say words with no meaning. But if you don't like saying the word so much, maybe you just say it to make them happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All parties involved to me seem like this is just they're making a big deal. He's making it a big deal by, like, I don't want to say, it's a big deal. Yeah. Okay, Jesus Christ. She's making a big deal that she's making a big deal that he won't say it. That's ridiculous to me. The mom even worrying about this. That's ridiculous to me. Like, all parties need to fucking. It sounds like a group of people that I would be irritated to either be in a family with. Like, I'd be yelling. I'd be like, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Like, get over it.
Yeah. That's interesting. I can agree with that. Yeah, I just think the mom's a little too overly concerned. She's upset.
I want to dig into Brad. It seems like you don't want to dig into Brad. I want to dig into Brad.
Why?
It just seems like you don't. You keep steering it away from your shit. I want to know, like, why.
It's never got to that point before.
Huh? That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
I don't know. That'd be awkward.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't be the one to say it first at this point, but I'll say it back. I tell it to my friends, though. Girls.
So, but isn't that like a fucking kind of trivial thing to say to another dude. You know what I mean? It's not like there's weight behind the word, right? You're just essentially saying like, man, you're a good friend of mine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you'd fucking, you know what I mean? That you're committing the rest of you, like, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
we get now we have a commitment to, like, fuck, why'd you say you love me, bud? Like, fuck, man. Like, you put too much pressure on me. Like, it'd be like, Jesus Christ, I just said I love you. Like, calm down, buddy.
Yeah. But I say it to girls who are friends as well. You know?
Exactly. But there's no weight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's weight. You care emotionally about someone, but it's not like you fucking are going to do a blood oath over it. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. That's interesting.
I like the question. I like it. It
ain't easy.
Ain't easy.
That was Ask Eric. Amy. Eric. Hell yeah. So like email if you have your own question.
So I found myself in a doctor's office this week with my girlfriend, and
oh my god.
And we're sitting in this fucking deal. You know what I mean? In this waiting room. And there's like people all around. You know what I mean? Like in the waiting room. And this lady goes up to the front desk and is like, and I'm zoning out. I'm like, I don't even want to like I fucking hate doctors. You know, it's just not my shit. And fucking, it's like, God damn it. And so I'm on like TikTok, and I'm like I'm like irritated. Fucking doctor's offices make me so mad. Like, why the fuck why do I need to be here at fucking 2:00 and you're not even going to see me till fucking 3:00? Like, fucking okay, so you want a break between guests? Then fucking tell me to be here at 3. Like, just take your break then. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you take an hour between. That's not my fucking deal. I don't care how fucking much you want to work here. But the fact that you're telling me that I need to be here to just sit in a fucking room for 45 minutes is goddamn ridiculous. Like, fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Capitalism needs to take over some fucking. You know what I mean? This is the problem. This is the fucking problem. Like, they just like. You have to fucking abide by their shit. Like, there needs to be some fucking, I don't know. I'd pay more money if they could just like, I wish I was rich, because I think, rich people don't have to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? They could just have a private doctor, and you're like, how about you come to my house? You know what I mean? Yeah. They're like, yeah, okay. Like, that'd be fucking awesome. I hate going to those goddamn rooms. Fucking pieces of shit. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and this pregnant lady is like, walks up, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, and fucking, and then I'm on here, I'm talking to her, I'm not paying attention to what's going on in the front, and then this lady's like sobbing, like in the, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I'm like, and I turned to Cheyenne, I'm like, fucking, bitches be tripping, you know what I mean? And my girlfriend looks over at me, and she's just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, what? And she's just like, you're a fucking asshole. I'm like, what? She's like, her fucking baby's dead. And I'm just like, oh shit.
What?
So my girlfriend was paying attention to the conversation that was happening. And what had happened is the lady's like, oh, how's your baby? And she's like, and the lady's like, not so fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, she fucking died. Like, and, and then she's like, you should probably put it, but through tears, she's like, you should probably put it on the chart so people stop asking me this. You know what I mean? And like, I was oblivious to all that. I didn't catch any of that conversation. I just couldn't go over, and some bitch is crying. I'm like, bitches be tripping.
Dude, that is fucked up. Oh my God.
No one heard it. She didn't hear it. Okay, just to clarify, like, I'm not that big of an asshole. But I also, wherever I find, comedy, I'm going to throw it in there. Like,
right.
And I thought it was pretty funny. I thought, this is how me and my girlfriend joke. You know what I mean? Like, that's a total joke I would do. I know it's not PC at all, but I thought it was a good joke until that happened.
Thank God she didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah, I would have felt horrible. I would have just walked away. I would have gotten up and been like, sorry, I'm out of here. I'll fucking walk home. I'm not dealing with this.
Oh, that
And
is
it made
fucked
it
up.
worse because it wasn't, dude. This wasn't like a fucking like someone pregnant you didn't know they were pregnant. This bitch was fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
Like it was obvious from a fucking across the street that this bitch was pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, so it was, which I don't know if that makes it any worse or less. I don't know, but to me it makes it worse when people are losing babies when they're fucking, 6 months into a pregnancy. Like that's pretty fucking narbar.
Oh, that's a serious world.
Yeah,
It's you know,
yeah.
I'm just watching Knock
I'm
Knock
not built
and
for it. I'm not built for it. I'm fucking.
no.
Everything's a joke to me, and to a lot of people,
Yeah.
it's not a joke. And I get that
Right.
that's serious. There was a guy there too, and fucking, man, I was like, phew. I bet he is having a fucking rough one. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it's a serious situation, but like, if I was that guy, I'd be like, oh man, the next fucking. I mean, yeah, obviously it's sad your kid just died, but it's like you gotta fucking now you're gonna be dealing with an already emotional person being way more fucking emotional for a long period of time. Fucking I think it'd be it. That's probably the end of a relationship. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's probably done
Well,
after that. Like I don't
this
know
well,
unless you have a bunch of kids together already. If that's your first fucking kid, like I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that I couldn't. You know what I mean? It would always come up. It would always fucking come up, and she'd always
Yeah.
be sore about it. Fucking
See, I don't know. I don't know about that one that's what hasn't been born yet, but like the stats of parents that are married that have like a child that dies that's like an actual person already, like a teen or whatever, the stats of those two people staying married is like zero. It's like it's always divorce time after that. It's like it's not gonna keep going. It's
yeah, yeah,
crazy, but
yeah. And I'm assuming a baby inside at that far along. That's
right,
dude. It's she's never gonna get over it. You know what I mean? Like ever in her life. I mean, I'm
right,
assuming there's some women that probably could logically get through that, but I don't think so. I think women are so not to not talk shit, but they're just so like emotional about shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they're not like breaking that shit down in their head. Like, okay, well, what can I do? To me, it's like a situation like that. It's like, what can you do about it? Okay, if you can't do anything about it, we need to just stop talking about it. We need to stop worrying about it. You know what I mean? It's over. Like, you
yeah,
know what I mean? Like I don't know. I fucking my best friend died in a fucking car crash, and it's like I think about it, but it's like I never get sad about it. You know what I mean? It's like why would I get sad about that? Like fucking, it's done. It's
yeah,
it's done. There's nothing I can do. There's no. The only thing I take out of it is I spent a few months of my life like fucking thinking about it, obviously when it first happened. I never cried about it. I don't think that makes me a shitty person. It's just like what it's
yeah,
done. It's done. Like why would I cry about it? Like it's over. Like he's dead. And the only thing you gotta look at shit like that and it's like, what do you take out of a situation like this? Well, the only thing I could take out of it logically was I need to like because this kid, I loved this kid. Fucking, he was, dude, super into rock climbing. Fucking, we skated together all the time. And he was a fucking like straight up kid. He was awesome. He's a sous chef.
hmm,
Like his life was projected to do. Out of all my friends, he was gonna actually do shit. Like you could just tell.
mm,
He was very motivated to like have a good life and fucking,
yeah,
um, yeah. And he died at fuck. He probably was 25, 26, 27 or something like that. He
oh,
was a few years older than me, and fucking when that happened, I was like, dude, I was like, the only thing I can take out of this is I need to live my life better to like, I don't know, justify his loss of life. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't believe in God and like that I think people just die when they're dead. That's the atheist side of me. But I was like, the possibility that his like spirit is out there somewhere, like looking back at my life, is like I
yeah,
need to do better in my life to justify, to like, so that if he would ever actually be looking down, like that he's gonna
yeah,
be like, dude, you fucking wasted your life, bud. You know what I mean? I didn't even
yeah,
get the opportunity to like do all this shit I wanted to do, and you're fucking, sitting there fucking shooting up or something like that. You know what I mean? Like fuck.
yeah,
And so like, but other than taking that bit of like, wisdom out of it, if fucking
Yeah.
there's no reason. You know what I mean? There's no reason to think about it. There's no reason to go like visit a grave or something like that. It's just like it's fucking done. You know what I mean? It's done.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's sorry to get it with that. We just went down a serious fucking path there.
I feel you. Yeah, and my video was freezing in the beginning. But yeah. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Sorry if this isn't a subject you wanna talk about, but
No, it's okay.
I don't know. I think it's, and I think this is kind of a difference between men and women. You know what I mean? I think a lot of men can think that way and just be like done, whereas like a lot of women can't. Like, you know what I mean? They're just like they're gonna be emotional about it.
Yeah, they're much more emotional. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I mean, yeah, people have died and I haven't cried over it or anything, but I still think about stuff.
Yeah. I'm just, but like you I don't know, getting emotional about shit. It's just it doesn't help anything. I don't know. Like in so many circumstances like that, like the cat story I was talking about. It's like, why the fuck are we crying over this shit? You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah, it's sad, but let's deal with this shit. Like, fucking, let's get it over with.
Fucking video.
Yeah, you're freezing bad over there, buddy.
What?
Oh, there you're back. You're back. Yeah, you're freezing on my end too. Like the video.
Yeah, it's my internet. I'm sorry. It's glitching on me.
Whatever. At least you're recording locally, so all this shit shouldn't, it shouldn't transfer to the final product.
Yeah, ever since I moved into this other room, I'm not hardwired anymore.
Go get a longer cable.
Yeah, I'll have to figure something out. I'll have time to fuck with it. I don't know. Death's crazy. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. I mean, I think about my dog dying all the time, and that's... I'm just going to start packing...
Why are you even
boxes.
thinking of... That's part of my argument. Like, why are you even thinking about that? Like, that's ridiculous to even think about. Like, it hasn't even... You're stressing yourself out over something that hasn't even happened yet. And it's like, when it does happen, what are you going to do? Like, it just... Either go buy a new dog or don't go buy a new dog. Like, fucking... The only real problem that's going to come of this is you got to figure out what to do with a dead dog's body. Like, fucking...
I don't know what to do.
You go fucking either dig a hole, throw him in the trash, or call someone to fucking take the dog away. I don't fucking... I'd go dig a hole.
So deep. Oh, not in North Dakota.
Not in North Dakota. Yeah, I guess that would be a fucking problem.
Yeah,
fucking...
Fuck that. I'd rather drive or something. I don't know. It's just because, like, okay, so like my dad died like a couple of years ago. So the thing is that I've kind of learned, and I've had 3 grandparents that have died. There's one left. Dad died a few years ago. I've kind of learned that it's like prepare yourself beforehand. So when it happens, mentally you're already prepared. That's kind of what I learned. So that's what I'm kind of doing. But I know, I mentioned this to a good friend a few weeks back or whatever, that I think about it, and he's like, "Don't think about it." He's like, "The thing is still alive. Like, enjoy it now."
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's where I'm at. That's
yeah. I mean, yeah.
You've obviously dealt with something I've never dealt with. That's the only thing I'm legitimately worried about in my life is my mom. Like, fucking...
Yeah, well, me too.
Like, fucking... I don't know how I'm going to deal with that shit. Fucking... Yeah. But I try not to think about it, because what's the fucking point of thinking about it? But it's I think that'll be... that might break me. You know what I mean? That might fucking break me. Fucking, my guitar player is an older guy, and he has this kind of running joke, and it's a morbid fucking joke. But fucking... He's always saying, like, not all the time, but he's definitely brought it up. He's like, "Oh, your parents are still alive." He's like, he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that." I don't know. He just brings it up like to talk shit. He's just like, "Oh, one day you're gonna have to deal with that shit." Fucking, he's like, "Oh, it sucks."
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, I started that whole rant, and then I kind of forgot about your dad, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe this is a horrible fucking thing to be talking about. Like,
oh no, don't worry about it. I'm with you with the mom thing. That's gonna be a whole different story.
Boom. So
You know.
bitches be tripping.
Jesus.
I'm an asshole.
I'm trying to open a link.
What's going on with just a quick question, because I turned on the news a little bit on the radio, you know what I mean, listen to some
Uh-huh.
Lars, and so everyone's talking about North Dakota this week. I don't know if you know this, but I'm assuming you do know this. But it's on a lot of the national news is North Dakota, because you
Mask
guys are
mandate?
no, because you guys are supposedly full on your. As I was talking last night too with the guitar player, we were drinking a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, it's a big fucking deal." He's like, all the ICU beds in North Dakota are full right now, and then so
Oh, are
everyone's
they?
like, and everyone's pointing in the country like, "See, COVID's a thing." And I'm talking to my buddy, I'm like, "Dude, there's like 100 people in North Dakota. Like, what? What? Of course they're out of fucking ICU beds." He's like, "No, I think it's pretty." I'm like, "Dude, I don't know what the population of North Dakota is, but it can't fucking be very much. Like, what is the population? What, like 100,000 people?"
Let's look.
Fucking, I've never been there, but I'm assuming it's not that big. Like, it can't be that big of a fucking state.
It says population of North Dakota 762,000.
Wow, that's a lot more people than I thought. And
Me too.
is there a big city in North Dakota? I'm
Oh,
confused.
there's like Bismarck, Dickinson, Fargo, Grand Forks.
Oh,
I
Fargo.
don't know.
Okay, how big is Fargo?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know, and that was my whole argument. Like, yeah, of course all the ICU beds are taken. There's like a fucking their hospital is like shared with the fucking veterinary. I don't know, fucking like uh,
Fargo's. It says Fargo's 125,000.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
In my mind, I
Um.
just assumed you drive through, and every so often there's just a gas station, and then you just keep driving through North Dakota, and then every so often, a
There's
hotel.
actually cities. There's colleges and cities and
Okay.
bustling metropolises.
Whoa, a
I
bustling
mean,
metropolis.
nothing. Nothing like fucking Portland. But I mean, I know we have a statewide mask mandate now. We just got it like a couple days ago.
You hadn't heard that the ICU beds are all taken?
No,
But am I right or wrong here? Like, do you feel the same way? Do you think North Dakota people feel the same way? Like, dude, people
no.
in New York and California can't be fucking pointing to North Dakota and be like, see, all their ICU beds are taken. It's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit different of a fucking thing when North Dakota's ICU beds. That would be a way different story is if California's ICU beds are all taken. That's a whole
Right.
different fucking story. Like,
Yeah.
you could fit all of North Dakota inside of a 16th of the county of Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Fucking,
Yeah. Oh, you could fit it into like a city block in New York City,
yeah,
like all of North
exactly.
Dakota. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, it's just crazy that, all the spikes that were happening like in May in other states, now it's finally here. That's how long it takes. That's how like a new slang word comes out or something, and then you hear it here and you're like you're already 4 months, 5 months behind
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah, people in
It's the
North
same
Dakota are
thing.
like, "Oh, dude, did you hear that fucking new banger song by fucking, Lose
Yeah.
Yourself by Eminem, dude? That shit's dope, man."
Yeah. Exactly. And but people here don't really give a fuck. It's like if you could have seen the voting line on election day, you wouldn't have even known there was a pandemic.
Oh, I'm
Like
sure. Man, it sounds
people
great.
don't care.
That sounds
People
so
don't care.
legit. People
Yeah.
here are fucking. I saw a car the other day when I was pulling into a gas station, and they'd fucking, and it was like a pretty decent car. Like, it wasn't like a piece of shit. It was like a nicer. I mean, I don't know, a fucking probably 2014 Toyota Prius type looking vehicle. I don't know, but
Okay.
anyways, they'd fucking wrote. I don't know what they used for it, but the whole fucking car was just covered in giant letters. I was kind of like, Jesus Christ, people! Like giant letters on the driver's side, "Fuck Trump" across it, and there's like 5 little kids inside this car, and this fucking obese woman gets out, and I'm like, yeah, that's the message you're sending to your child. I don't know. It was just like Jesus Christ, like that's more on par for
Dear
fucking
God.
Portland is, yeah, and they get in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I I'm done with it, man. I'm fucking done. I hope that, I heard something about I guess there's positive shit
Vaccine.
looking for a vaccine. I'm just done. I'm done with that. I'm glad if fucking Biden wins this whole thing. I know people are still arguing over this shit, but it's like, I'm just done hearing about it. I'm done hearing about Trump. I just fucking everyone shut up. Can we just go back to fucking 2007 again? Like, please, can we go
No, we
back?
can't. No, because the thing is, here's my prediction. I have 3 predictions about the Biden presidency and the future of the United States presidencies. One of those things is that within a year, the media is going to completely flip on Biden, and you're going to hear the same shit, the same Trump shit you're hearing, and it's just going to be about Biden.
No,
Because their ratings, their clickbaits on the articles, their ratings, all that shit's going to tank.
Actually, that's a good fucking argument right there.
Yeah.
But I disagree with you. That is a valid argument. I like where you're coming from with that, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It's going to happen. They need the clicks. They need the views. They're going to be like, Biden's trying to fuck everybody over. And same shit with Trump, because they need the views and the clicks. That's what I think is going to happen. So it's not like you're not going to hear about the president anymore. It's still going to be a daily thing. Or, oh my God, Kamala does Nazi. She's going to take everything. I don't know I don't know how they're going to flip, but they're going to flip.
Huh? That'd be interesting. I don't think so, but we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. And the other thing that I said last time, the next time a Republican president is elected and wins the election,
it's going to be a black person or a woman.
Yeah, it's going to be a person. It's not going to be a white man or a white woman. It's going to be some other than a white man or a white woman.
I hope it's a Mexican dude. We need a Mexican guy in there.
That'd be sweet.
I hope so.
Then the third one is going to be that Biden's going to get us into a war. Definitely.
Well, he's not going to get us out of any wars. That's for sure.
It's going to be a new war.
How long do you think this Afghanistan? Because it's still going on, right? I mean, I don't even really know what's going on, but we're still occupying Afghanistan, right? And it's been like 20 years, 18 years, or something like that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, no, we're never. I don't think we. Why don't we just take it over? You know what I mean? Why don't we just make that a new tourist destination? Let's just take over Afghanistan and just make it. If we're gonna fucking set up shop there for 18 years, let's just fucking Disneyland 3.0. You know what I mean?
That's no, I don't know. When I was, because the other day I Googled when I'm like, we need to move to a small country. I just Googled what's the freest country in the world, and I was researching into that, and then I looked up what's the most dangerous country in the world, and it said the number 1 most dangerous country in the world is Afghanistan. So I'm like, fuck that. That sounds terrifying.
Hell yeah.
But I guess if you make it Disneyland 3.0, it won't be scary anymore. But I think he's going to get us into a new war. I think he's cut from that cloth. It's going to be a money-making Dick Cheney war. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. I like it.
Just by
I thought
predictions.
we weren't supposed to talk about politics this episode.
Sorry. It's hard not to. I think, I don't know. The COVID talk turns into politics real quick, I guess.
Sorry. That was my fault.
It's okay. So I found this article. It's pretty weird. Okay? It's about dating in the pandemic. I feel like a lot of my topics this week are about relationship shit. That's not intentional. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So this is from USA Today. How has the pandemic altered dating? Okay? Survey says more roommates are hooking up. Okay, the raging pandemic has upended the dating landscape for singles in America, sparking a number of new romance trends, data suggests. For example, an increasing number of people have become romantically engaged with their roommates. People are now requiring masks on the first date. Singles are vetting potential suitors via video chats, and they're more selective about who they'll even give a chance to. Those data points and more were unearthed from Match's 10th annual Singles in America survey, which spotlights how 5,000 singles adjusted their dating lifestyles over the course of a year marked by a global pandemic, economic challenges, renewed call to end racial inequality, and a looming presidential election. Okay, so let's see. Some of the standout trends birthed from this year's survey surround people's willingness to sleep with their housemates, their interest in debating politics with potential lovers, and their openness to interracial dating after race-related protests gripped the nation. Okay, so this is just gets real nutty. With people hunkered down and largely avoiding meeting up with strangers, more American adults chose to cozy up with their roommates. In fact, 41% of singles who were sexually engaged during the pandemic slept with someone they were in lockdown with. A glaring 1 in 4 singles between the ages of 18 to 98 had sex with a non-romantic roommate during this pandemic. Okay? A quarter of singles in this country.
Damn it. Why am I not fucking living in a roommate house again? We both fucked up, dude. We're not in the right houses during a pandemic. Man, some houses would have been great. You know what I mean? Some houses I've lived in would have been awesome. Fucking, or at least there would be a girl involved in the situation. Fucking.
It's a glaring 1 in 4 singles between the ages of 18 to 98. Okay, that's a little broad. You know, you could have capped
pretty broad.
At fucking 60. Okay, let's see. Adults under 23. What?
Do they talk about babies at all in this? Because that's what I've been kind of thinking of, like, you know, over the last few months is how many pregnancies are going to come out of. They're going to be like pandy babies. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm sure there will. They don't talk about it here, but I'm sure there will. Adults under 23, or Gen Z, were the most open to this, with 46% of them sleeping with non-romantic housemates, compared to 33% of millennials aged 23 to 39. Okay, so just a side note, all the people, you know, our listener Jay, our listener Vince, who have argued with me that they're not millennials, it says here age 23 to 39, okay? So 39 and under, you're a millennial. You can't get away from it. If you have non-romantic roommates, you're probably spending more time together now than you have in the past. People are relying more on their social relationships and their connections more than before because that's a source of comfort and safety. Interracial dating. Over the past decade, there has been a 58% decline overall in singles not being open to dating people of different ethnicities.
There's a lot of negatives in that sentence. A lot of negatives.
I'm trying to understand it. There has been a 58% decline.
It's a good thing is what they're saying. It's increased. The way you just read that. It's a double negative, a decrease, and then...
Yeah, in singles not being open to dating people.
Whoever fucking wrote that's a real fucking asshole is what that is.
So hang on. Now, following the death of George Floyd and renewed interest in the Black Lives Matter movement, 24% of singles are more open to dating someone of a different race or ethnicity.
That's so stupid. How does that change your sex drive? That doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? So, isn't your sex drive like defined at, you know, when you start watching porn or something at like 16, you're like, okay, these things I find attractive. I'm looking for, you know, I'm really into Asians. You know what I mean? Like I'm super into Asians. And then all of a sudden people start marching and you're like, you know what? I find black people really attractive. You know what I mean? Like what? Like that doesn't even make any goddamn sense.
That's the thing. It's because it's the survey question. So I think people are just answering, trying to look like they're a good person. Okay. You know what I mean?
Fucking polls. Fucking polls.
I know. Okay, wait. So people also want to know where their potential suitors stand on topics surrounding race. More than half, 59% of singles, want to know if their dates support Black Lives Matter. That number increases to 74% of Gen Z and 66% of millennials. There's just a lot.
What a great topic. You know what I mean? Like, what a great topic to talk about, like, over a first date. Like, let's fucking talk social justice issues and politics. Man, nothing gets me hornier than fucking talking about fucking women's rights. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm fucking glad that I'm not in the dating world right now. Like, you know what I mean? That I'm kind of out of it at this point in time.
Oh, that's fucking craziness.
Oh, I'd shoot myself in the face. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, so it said, here's this. In 2020, 74% of Republicans and 77% of Democrats want to date people with similar political beliefs. That's up from less than half of singles in the past year. People also said debating politics is sexy, though more independents enjoy debating politics compared to Democrats and Republicans. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like this it's so gross.
I feel that racial one, though, people were just lying, you know. But anyway, the article was mainly just about banging your roommate. Then they got into the other stuff.
I liked that until it got down to the end. I was like, oh my god, that'd be horrible. Dude, it drives me nuts when at work. It's been like everything's been. We've kicked a fucking dead horse so fucking hard that like it's to the point if. Like, dude, that's why I don't like last episode. I get that we're talking about politics, but it's like, dude, I go to podcasts to get away from this shit. You know what I mean?
I know.
And it irritates me when I turn on a podcast and they start talking about Trump. It's like, dude, fuck, if I wanted to hear about this, I'd fucking turn on the news or I would talk to anybody ever. Like, You run a comedy podcast and you're fucking talking politics right now? Like, yeah. Fucking Jesus Christ. Like, can we just stop? Just everyone stop. Like, stop acting like
I'm sorry.
No. I'm not trying to attack you. It's just I'm so done with it. I'm so fucking done. Everyone shut the fuck up. Like, just be done. Yeah. I realize I'm a retard. Everyone else needs to realize that they're retarded too. Like, and that's what's irritating me is everyone's acting like they all aced fucking government class and that they're like super in the know about how fucking politics works. No, you don't. And I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying you're full of shit too. Like, I know I'm full of shit. I know I'm a retard. Admit that you're a retard and let's all just shut the fuck up. Like, all of us.
Well, they're just repeating things they've heard on MSNBC.
Exactly. You're just that's all everyone ever does, just regurgitate bullshit they hear. And it's like, I know. Like, you're not Neil deGrasse Tyson. You don't understand, you don't understand the physics behind like the science behind how COVID works. So shut the fuck up about that. Let's stop talking about that. You don't understand how fucking laws are passed. You really don't understand the difference between fucking socialism and fucking capitalism. So let's just shut the fuck up about that too. Like, if you want to vote, go vote. Like that's where that conversation should fucking stop. That's your sorry.
Yeah, I think that, and I was thinking the other day that for more politics talk, I was thinking that it's kind of fucked up for celebrities and athletes to tell us who they're voting for, because I'm trying to get into the mindset and I'm thinking like, why are you telling your fan base who you're voting for? Do you want them to vote for that person? If that's the case, wouldn't you want the fan base to do their own research and make their own decision, or do you want them to just follow your decision? I don't think they should be doing that. You know what I mean?
So you heard about the whole Kanye thing, right? But what's her name? Jennifer Aniston fucking Jennifer Aniston tweeted like fucking, what was it, that if you voted for or Kanye, fucking you threw your vote away. But it's not funny. And then fucking Kanye's like, no one even liked Friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, show wasn't funny or whatever. Which dude, this isn't political at all. Like, I really 100% fuck Friends. I hate that show. I cannot stand Friends. And I know that is a very unpopular opinion. But, dude, it's a sitcom show. Sitcom shows suck balls. Like, all of them suck balls.
Not all of them. Not
all of them. Friends is on the list of a fucking, like, I'm not into it.
I like Friends. Yeah.
I'm not into it. I do not like that show at all. Jerry Seinfeld, way better sitcom show, a million times better. That's a decent fucking show. Friends is not a good show. I don't understand this. It started like 5 years ago or like 6-7 years ago. So all these people started coming out of the woodworks talking about Friends. I'm like, aren't we done with that? Weren't we done with that fucking 10 years ago? Like, what is happening right now? Why is all these girls, these 21-year-old girls, into Friends again? Like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, the internet just attaches onto things. I like Friends. I've seen it. I've seen every episode. It's
real talk. You've seen every episode of Friends?
Yeah.
Even the wedding episode?
It's like, it's something to watch that you don't have to think about.
I can't with you right now, okay? I need a fucking servant, dude, because I want a cup of coffee, but I don't want to get up, and it wouldn't work with the show. But I really want a cup of coffee. Can I? Or are you just going to talk, or are we going to edit this out of here?
No, I'm just going to talk.
Okay, good, because I want a cup of coffee.
Okay, go get a I'm out of content, so.
Huh?
I'm out of content, so
we'll
go get a cup of coffee.
Okay.
yeah, it's just all right. Erick's gone now. We can talk shit about him. Fuck it. Oh, he's getting a cup of coffee. Anyway, sorry everybody. This fucking my internet's being shitty, and Eric just keeps going mute, and then it cuts back in 30 seconds later, and then I can hear him. So I'm trying to like keep up with him. It's my fault. I'm gonna figure something out. Get wired in or fucking up my internet speed or something. I'm literally farthest away from the router in my house. I'll have to figure something out, and I'll have to figure something out with my background. But yeah, I don't know. My knee has been killing me. Like, it came out of nowhere. You know, a few weeks ago, I had the back problem where I literally threw my goddamn back out. Now it's like my knee. I thought it was from driving because after that Idaho trip and that hike up Mount Doom to the fucking fires of Mordor, basically, that was covered in snow with killer moose, my ankle was killing me after driving through a blizzard and, like an Everest style blizzard that I drove through. My ankle was killing me, but then after that hike, my knee came out of nowhere killing me, and I thought it was from driving too. I thought the ankle and the knee were connected because this is both on the old right leg of Brad. And now the ankle is better, and now the knee still hurts. So it's just your body's just breaking down. They say the youth is wasted on the young, and you know what? They're right. It's fucking wasted on the young, because when you get old like me and your body just starts fucking falling apart, that's why it's crazy that I'm 29, and you see someone like Tom Brady out there at 43, you know, running, getting chased by fucking 20-year-olds that are 6'4", 265 pounds, killers that want to just kill him, and he's 43, and I'm like, dude, I couldn't even do that at 30, so that's why, you know, you have your sports heroes, you have your rock and roll heroes, you know, you have your hip-hop heroes, stuff like that. And someday I need to get in shape like Tom Brady and be able at 43 to run around a football field, which I've ran on a football field before, an actual college stadium. And that's the thing. However, sitting up here in North Dakota driving around for 100 miles a day in the snow, and my knee hurts worse when it's cold, your body just starts breaking down. Day? Yeah, but it's usually at the end of the day.
You need to be stretching before. I put a lot of fucking value in stretching. I don't work out, you know what I mean? But I do a lot of physical shit. But it's my big theory. It's kind of like with yoga and shit. I definitely don't do yoga. I've never done yoga. But I think it's very, I don't know. I've never really hurt myself, ever. I don't fucking, I'm starting to feel my age. But I mean, I'm lucky, my size, I think. You know, I'm only 160, and most of my life I was sitting at 135. So it's like when I fall, it doesn't hurt, really. Like, there's not much weight behind a fall. But I also put a lot of fucking, you know, a lot of weight on stretching every day. And I fuck up sometimes. I don't do as good as I should. But I feel like that's what keeps me good. You know, I don't feel like I have to do these crazy Joe Rogan fucking runs up mountains and shit like that to stay in shape. Like, I think you kick the cigarettes, you stretch every day, and at least it sucks for people in an office, but you know, you got to be somewhat active. You got to be fucking. It's sitting down. That shit fucking kills you. Look at old people, man. Like my fucking father's, or my stepfather's mom was 70, and sat on a porch every day and smoked cigarettes all day and drank and watched The Price is Right, and she looked horrific at 70. Like, like horrifically bad at 70. And then, like, I have an uncle that I think we've talked about in the show who raced motorcycles for a long time, and he's like the same age as her, and fucking, he's still riding motorcycles. You know what I mean? And he's like 82 now, and he's still fucking still out chopping wood, doing shit. You know what I mean? And like, fuck, at 70, he looked like he was 45. You know what I mean? Like, fucking in great shape. And it's like, you just can't sit. You can't fucking sit down. Can't. You know what I mean?
It's like, and he's not like Mick Jagger and shit.
Yeah, you got him. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I usually just remember at the end of the day, and then I have a little more time at the end of the day than in the morning. It's like, get up and go. And it's like, all right, take 3 minutes.
We don't see each other, so you know, like my memory of you, I see, like I'm seeing you right now, but it's, I'm not like literally sitting in a room, so it's hard to like. How big
Yeah.
are you? Like, how much do you weigh?
Like 210.
Okay, so yeah, you're like right on the. You're pushing a little bit of weight around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's strenuous on your joints and shit like that. Like, or if you fucking fall, you're at the weight where shit's gonna start hurting.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much about falling. It's just about carrying around cuz, you know, like last year I got big into intermittent fasting and I got down to like 189 and
Ooh,
it felt like I had taken, it's like you're carrying a 20-pound weight like
yeah,
strapped on your back and it's like you take that weight off and it's like, oh, you feel light, you're like jumping around, you're like fucking feeling good. So
yeah.
it's I think it's just about what you're carrying around. I don't know. That probably is what fucked my back up, is just if I had less weight, the back probably would have been in a better shape. But a lot of it's from driving too, I don't know. The fucking knee though, it came out of nowhere. I don't even know what the problem is. It just hurts. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
It's an old man, Brad. Old man, Brad.
I know.
Still in your
Yeah.
20s.
Oh,
Falling apart.
yep.
Imagine when you're
22.
38.
Oh. Oh, you know what's really sad? I was telling this to Sawyer today. I saw this on TikTok. This is what makes me cry. In the 90s, people talked about the 60s like it was 100 years ago, but now
I saw this same TikTok. Yeah.
in 2020, talking about the 90s, it feels like the 90s was like 10 years ago, right? But it's the same distance between the 90s and
Yeah.
the 60s.
Yeah, I was talking about that with my guitar player last night because maybe we didn't see the same video, but I saw someone comparing, or maybe they didn't. I don't know, but this has been in my conversations for the last week. Is the way I looked at the '60s in the '90s, because I remember the '90s pretty well. I remember 1997 pretty vividly. Like that's when my
Yeah.
memories are pretty vivid memories of '96, '97, '98,
Yeah.
and I remember fucking Nevermind. I remember the album. You know what I mean? I remember Kurt Cobain.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
remember that shit.
Okay.
And I remember MTV. You know what I mean? I remember that whole fucking how big he was, and that doesn't seem that long ago. But then if I heard the Beatles when I was
Yeah.
fucking in the '90s, that seemed like a totally just way fucking in the
100 years
distance
ago.
fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then what's even crazier is it's not going to be that much time before the gap between when I was in the 90s between when World War II was. You know what I mean? 1945, the end of World War II. The timing there, it really isn't that far apart between 1990 and 1945. And in another 20 years, you know what I mean? Whatever the math is there. I'm a little foggy, but it's not that far in the future, 15 years, 20 years or whatever. In the 90s, that's going to be the same gap between World War, and you're going to, in 15 years, I'm still going to look at the 90s and be like, that wasn't that fucking long ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
That really wasn't. And for people, our fucking grandparents or whatever that lived through fucking World War II, you know what I mean? That's how they looked at that time. They're like, yeah, that wasn't that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Fucking blows your mind.
That's crazy.
But then thinking about music, it's like kids today look at Kurt Cobain is the way I looked at the Beatles. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like
That is insane. That is
Nirvana's
insane.
classic rock. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was like in 2018, 2017 to 2018, I lived with a buddy and he had four boys that I didn't think about that was going to be living with me when I agreed to live with the buddy. And so the boys were aged like 3, 11, 15, and 15. So John, who was our guest before, would come over and play Call of Duty with me, and we'd be playing Call of Duty, and the 15-year-olds were hanging out with us while we were playing Call of Duty, and they were just watching us. We're like, we're not going to let them play. You can just watch us play if you want. And I knew this was going to get a reaction out of John, and I was like, hey, were you guys alive during 9/11? And they're like, no. And John's like, what? And I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are going to be looking at 9/11 like we look at Pearl Harbor and shit like that. It's just, and then the fact that the 90s feels like 10 years ago, makes me feel like 2050 is like coming tomorrow. It's like going to be 2050 tomorrow. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just
Dude,
a
it's
depressing
almost,
thought.
we're almost to the date of where people born in the 2000s are going to be fucking getting alcohol at a bar, that's fucking crazy. When I hear
Yeah.
when you read the fucking alcohol limit thing, it's 1999, right? Yeah, it's 1999 right now. Like, we're almost to 2000. That's fucking crazy.
Ugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember looking at that thing at the gas station and being like, "Oh, I got 2 more years left, and
Yeah.
I can do it." Yeah. Ugh. Fuck.
We're just getting old. We're just old fucking men.
Yeah.
Just old
It's
men.
tough.
So I this is kind of dumb. We've come into this and out of this, but I think it'd be fun. You want to do a trivia thing real quick?
If you want, it's
This is a
meat
this is
trivia.
this is music. The way this website's set up is we both can do this because it's not giving me the answer. I pick the answer, so we'll pick the answers together. It's a multiple choice. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And this is all music. Some of these
Oh,
I read through a few of these, and some of them are really dumb, but some of them I don't know. Who was awarded the very first gold record? Is it Nat King Cole, the Beatles, Perry Como, or Elvis Presley? I'm thinking Nat
Elvis.
King Cole.
Elvis.
You're saying okay. It is no, not either of them. Must be Perry Como. I don't even know who that is.
Okay.
Although there were
Fuck.
early publicity stunts involving records sprayed with gold lacquer, the actual award recognized today as a gold record was first awarded to Perry Como in 1958 for his recording of "Catch a Falling Star." No idea.
Oh, fuck.
What pop singer is known as the Material Girl? This one's easy. Christina
Madonna.
Aguilera, Madonna, Taylor Swift, Britney Spears.
Madonna.
Madonna, of course.
Boom.
Uh,
Tie.
what de- what Depeche Mode song was inspired by Priscilla Presley's book Elvis and Me? Strange Love, World in My Eyes, Personal Jesus, Sweetest Perfection. I only know one Depeche Mode song off the top of my head, and that's Personal Jesus. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm
me
going
too.
with.
Oh,
Yep,
fuck.
that's it. That's it. Okay.
That's it?
Yep,
Oh, tied
we got
still.
it. No,
Ah.
oh yeah, we are tied. We both missed the first one. Doi. Uh, this one I read this one. Yeah, okay. How much pressure do strings in a grand piano exert on the frame? So you get the question. How much pressure do the
Yeah.
strings in a grand piano exert on the frame? Is it
Mm-hmm.
30 tons, 300 pounds, 3 tons, or 30 pounds?
30 pounds.
Logically, I'm going to go with 30. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if it was 300 pounds. Like it. No, it has to be 30. I don't. It has to be. No, it's not. It must be 300 pounds. How much pressure do strings in a grand piano exert on the
Fuck.
frame? It has to be 300 pounds. Okay. No, that's wrong too. Get the fuck out of here. 3 tons?
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong too. 30 ton. Each string has a tension of 160 to 200 pound, resulting in a total combined force of up to 30 tons in a concert grand. That's fucking insane.
It's all kinetic energy physics shit. I don't understand it.
What is the
It's fucking
oldest
crazy.
surviving musical instrument? A trumpet, a drum, a flute, or a lyre? Lyre?
Drum.
Lyre?
Drum.
What is the oldest surviving? I don't know what a lyre is.
Neither do I, but I think it's a drum. If it's
I'm
not,
going to
they're
say
wrong.
drum too. No, it's wrong. It has to be that
Ah,
lyre fucking deal.
fuck.
No, that's wrong too. What the fuck? A flute? Yeah, it's a flute. An ancient
Oh.
blown flute estimated to be about 43,000 to 82,000 years old was found by Dr. Ivan Turk. Huh, that's crazy.
That is
Uh,
crazy.
what singer holds the world record for the most words in a what singer holds the world record for the most words in a hit single? Eminem, 50 Cent, Kanye West, or Busta Rhymes? I'm gonna assume Busta
Eminem.
Rhymes, but it
Eminem.
might be Eminem.
Yeah.
Just to go the opposite way, I'm gonna say Busta Rhymes. So let's see. Yep, it's Eminem with
Boom.
Rap God. I knew you were probably right. I was like, yeah, because with Rap God, he had to have fucking The Detroit rapper achieved a world record with Rap God. The 6-minute track contains 1,500 words. 1,560 words.
That was easy.
With a tongue twisting 4.28 words per second. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and you got to
Did
think
you?
hit single too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Busta Rhymes isn't really
Doesn't have
that
nearly as
famous.
many hits. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Which jazz musician was known for playing a bent trumpet? Is it Chet Baker, Miles Davis, Louis Armstrong, or Dizzy Gillespie?
Oh,
Gillespie.
fuck. Um,
I don't know. I don't
I
know
guess
this
I'll
at
go
all.
Louis Armstrong.
I don't know. I don't think that's it. I think it's one of these two fucking off name guys.
No, I think it's Louis or Miles.
I'm gonna go with Dizzy. So let's see. It's Louis, not Lewis. So you're wrong. Let's see
Oh,
if
fuck.
Miles. Oh, I'll go with mine. Yep, I got it. Boom.
Damn it.
Yep. Blah, blah,
That's tough.
blah. Which rapper is famous for wearing parachute pants? That's stupid. MC Hammer. Obviously, that's what you're gonna go with too, right? It's
Yeah, yeah,
Lauryn
yeah.
Hill, Ice Cube, MC Hammer, Snoop Dogg. It's obviously MC Hammer. Yep.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, what did Freddie Mercury attribute his enhanced vocal range to? Extra teeth, lots of practice, genetics, larger lungs.
Shit. What did he attribute it to?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna
Um,
go larger lungs.
me
If it's
too.
extra teeth, that's gonna be hilarious. The larger lung, not larger lungs. Let's go
Oh,
extra teeth.
fuck.
Let's see if
Maybe
that's
it's
it. Yep,
genetics.
extra teeth. Mercury was born with 4
Oh,
extra teeth
fuck.
and attributed his enhanced vocal range to this. He refused to have his teeth fixed. Huh. What is the
Yeah.
first rock and roll song to hit #1 on the charts? That's All Right, Rock Around the Clock, Tutti Frutti, Heartbreak Hotel.
Rock around the clock. Ooh, what was the first one?
That's All Right, Rock
I
Around the
guess I'll go.
Clock, Tutti Frutti, Heartbreak Hotel.
I guess I'll go rock around the clock.
I don't think it is. Is it Heartbreak? What's Heartbreak Hotel? What is that? Tutti Frutti? I'm gonna go Heartbreak Hotel. Not Heartbreak Hotel. You went Rock Around the Clock. Yep, you're right.
Woo!
Do you know what the score is?
I think I'm up one. I don't know.
We'll just go until I start winning, and then we'll stop. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
What band did Jimi Hendrix tour with in 1967? The Grateful Dead, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Monkees.
What? I don't know any of those. Well, I mean, I don't. I've never heard that he toured with either one of those bands.
I'm gonna go with the Rolling Stones.
No, 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 no. I would have heard about that. Maybe the Dead.
No,
Fuck.
there's no way.
Ah, I don't know.
Is that your
Damn
final
it.
answer? I'm gonna go Rolling Stones.
I'll
You're
go the
going
Grateful
Grateful Dead?
Dead. Yeah,
Nope, you're
not
wrong.
confident.
I'm
Fuck.
wrong. Is it the
Oh
Beatles? No way,
yes,
it's the Beatles. No, it's the Monkees.
the Monkees. Fuck.
Huh. Okay,
Yeah, you would
which
have heard about.
character in Hamilton sings? Fuck this. Which character in Hamilton sings "The Room Where It Happens"? I have no fucking idea. So there's Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, Aaron
Mm-mm.
Burr, Thomas Jefferson. I don't know.
I'll go.
George Washington.
I don't know either. Fuck.
What do
Alexander
you?
Hamilton. Hamilton.
You're wrong. I'm wrong.
Ah,
It's Aaron Burr.
damn it.
Uh, we'll do a few more of these. Who did the vocals for Pink Floyd's "Great Gig in the Sky"?
Oh,
Claire Torrey, Janis Joplin, Roger Waters, Vicki Brown.
I'm going Claire. First one.
Who
It's
did
not two of the
"Great
middle
Gig in the
ones.
Sky"?
It's a
Yeah, I don't
woman.
know. I'm gonna go Vicki Brown. I don't even. I'm trying to even think of what fucking "Great Gig in the Sky" sounds like.
Oh my god.
You're going Claire Torrey. Yep, you're
Yeah.
right. "The Great Gig in the Sky" is one of the few Pink Floyd songs to use a female vocal.
Yeah.
U2's "Angel of Harlem" was written about what singer? Aretha Franklin,
Nope.
Josephine Baker, Janis Joplin, or Billie
Nope.
Holiday.
Billie Holiday.
I have zero
100%.
idea.
Final answer.
Yep. How do you know that?
It's Billie Holiday, man.
Okay. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, beautiful.
What singer is known as the Empress of the Blues? Etta James, Diana Washington, Betsy Smith, or Ma Rainey? I have no idea. I'm fucking
Edna
horrible at this
James.
game.
Edna James.
I'm gonna say Ma Rainey. Nope, both got it wrong.
Oh,
Betsy
fuck.
Smith, the
I'm
greatest
pretty
of
good
all
at
blues
music.
singers, is known as the Empress. Impress, not impress, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Empress, yeah.
when I read it, I wasn't getting that word right. In my mind, I know whatever. Who was rocketed to superstardom in 1998 by the hit single "Baby One More Time"? Britney Spears,
God.
Christina Aguilera, Madonna, Beyonce. Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Easy.
Dun,
Which
dun,
of
dun.
Sheryl Crow's hit singles was adopted from the poem "Fun" by Wynn Cooper? All I want to
All I
do,
want to do.
if it makes you happy, soak up the sun, leaving Las Vegas. You're saying all I
All
want
I
to do?
want to do is have some fun.
I have no idea. I
I
don't even
got a
know.
feeling.
But you're so fucking sure that I'm sure that you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Because the poem's called Fun, and the song goes, All I want to do is have
Just
some
have some.
fun.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
logically got your way through that.
Right.
Um,
We'll go with that.
what was the band? What was the band known as Linkin Park originally called?
Oh, no. Fuck.
Zero, Reminators,
No.
Metera, 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 or Hybrid Theory?
There's
I'm gonna
only
go
three
high.
options?
No, Zero,
Okay.
Reminators, Reanimators,
Rihanna, yeah.
uh, Meteri. I don't know how to say it.
I believe it's
MET
Meteora. I believe it's
Meteora. Is that it?
Meteora.
Okay, Meteora or Hybrid
Um,
Theory.
that's fucked. I'll say Zero. See, the other three, other than Zero, the other three are Linkin Park albums.
I think. Oh, is it?
So, but Zero's not.
You're fucking way better at music than I am. I didn't know that at all.
So, did they then go on to name an album after their original name? That's the question. Or was their original name Zero? Um, for some reason, I'm just drawn to Meteora.
I'm drawn to Hybrid Theory for some reason. But it's probably just because that's one of the name of their albums, and I'm like, oh, I know that. That sounds familiar.
Hybrid Theory. Fuck, Hybrid Theory actually sounds like a good name for a band. I'll just go Zero. Fuck, but I'm not confident.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, Jesus.
While Linkin Park was at one time called Hybrid Theory, they started out as Zero. For legal
Wow.
reasons, they eventually dropped both of the original names and settled on Linkin Park. A deliberate
Wow.
misspelling of Santa Monica, California landmark, Linkin Park. What instrument is used by the indigenous people of Australia to accompany ceremonial dances and singing?
Didge. Play the Didge.
It's on there. Is that your a hydralophone, a
No.
yabahar, or a zoosaphone, Zoaz. I'm fucking
Didgeridoo?
retarded. Yeah, well, it's on here. Didgeridoo is right.
Yep.
We'll
Play
do
the
one more
Didge.
at 20. What are piano keys made out of? Porcelain, plastic, ivory, or marble? Ivory?
Porcelain?
It
Plastic.
can't be ivory.
No.
Yeah, it's not ivory.
Probably not marble either. Marble's heavy, I thought.
It must be porcelain.
I'll go porcelain. It might be plastic, though. Fuck.
Plastic. Even though piano keys are referred to as ivories, they haven't been made out of ivory since 1940s to protect endangered species.
Yeah,
So
good.
it was ivory. I guess that's a bullshit question. Now made out of? What are piano keys made out of? There's probably piano keys made out of all of those. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Plastic makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
So there's that. I'm pretty sure you fucking annihilated me because I didn't know any of that shit. That was surprising. I thought with rap you'd be like really good at it. You fucking know a lot more about music history than me.
Yeah, well, I love Linkin Park for one. Billie Holiday.
That's kind of surprising to me. I don't know. I don't
Why?
picture you as someone that likes Linkin Park.
I think that was the first burned CD I ever had. My buddy Mark gave it to me in like 5th grade, Hybrid Theory on a burned CD. And I was like, fuck yes, dude. I was like, this is free, a free CD. And I just played the shit out of it. Fucking crazy. Yeah. Free music. Who would have thought?
They're decent. I don't not like fucking Linkin Park.
Yeah, they get a bad rap, I think. I don't know. They're good.
Well, we'll wrap this bitch up. Erick and Brad
Episode
Show
31.
at gmail.com. Episode 31. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking around, having it out with us. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.
We'll be back.